I am Rev Melissa. I'm the spiritual director at Rockland CSL. It's wonderful to be with you all for this Wednesday refresh. It is our opportunity to get that little midweek boost that we may need. And I am thrilled to be a part of the February team. Let me just throw that flyer up. The February refresh team is myself, D. Jacqueline Edwards, Deborah Gale, Carolyn Douglas. It's wonderful to be in such wonderful company. So, the purpose of the Wednesday refresh is to provide that midweek booster shot, or that, sometimes you just need that little extra, that little extra, So, hopefully, this Wednesday refresh will give you that. It's an opportunity for us to provide another perspective on the CSL theme for the month and the topics for the month. So, the annual theme for CSL is Living Out Loud. I love that theme. It really resonates with me. And I added on to it. I say, I'm living out loud with joy. I am living out loud with joy. So, the theme for February is curiosity as a superpower. Let me throw that back up there again. Curiosity as a superpower. And I just love this little girl right here. And the quote that I'm sharing is, we have only to sink beneath the surface and we are free. Curiosity as a superpower. So every year, I choose a quality that I want to embody more. And for 2022, my quality was curiosity. And I found that doing the things that I am curious about needed a twin. There's a twin that goes along with curiosity in my world, and that twin is courage. So, curiosity and courage for me is a superpower. Our message that many CSL centers were providing on Sunday was what lies beneath the surface. What lies beneath the surface. And I also really love that topic. So I want to ground this in a story. So last Friday, I had what I call a Brooklyn day. It's a day where I get to just hang out in Brooklyn. I live in New York, and I lived many, many, many years in Brooklyn, and I love the borough of Brooklyn. So every now and then I have a Brooklyn day. And so last Friday I had a Brooklyn day with one of my girlfriends, Deborah. So she lives out in Long Island. She came up for the week, and so we decided to hang out on Friday in Brooklyn, and we decided we were going to visit one of our friends. So we visited Darla, who owns a gallery in Crown Heights, Brooklyn. And the thing with Darla is, Darla and I have known each other many years because we started and went through our practitioner process together. So we both graduated in 2013 with our as licensed religious science practitioners. And so I've known her for quite some time. And during that time that we were in our practitioner studies, Darla's building, she owns a building in Brooklyn, and her building caught fire. And Darla was sharing this story with Deborah on Friday when we were at her gallery. And so she's retelling the story of how she gets this call that her building's on fire. She rushes down to the building. It's engulfed in flames. And she calls Reverend Jennifer. Reverend Jennifer was our practitioner teacher and our minister and our spiritual mentor. And Reverend Jennifer immediately started praying for her. And so she did a spiritual mind treatment. And Darla shared that at the end of the spiritual mind treatment, Reverend Jennifer said these words to her: moving forward, Nothing but good shall come forth from this. Moving forward, nothing but good shall come forth from this. So Darla shared with us on Friday that she remembers those words to this day, and she held on to those words like a life raft as she dealt with what she had to deal with because of the fire. Now, when she asked Reverend Jennifer about it, Reverend Jennifer doesn't even remember saying those words to her. And we know, like, as prayers, that sometimes you just get the download and stuff comes out of your mouth. And then someone says, "Oh, you said this," or "Could you repeat what you said?" And you're like, "I don't know what I said," right? Because it's just a woof, right? It's just a download and it's out and the person receives it. So Darla received those words. Moving forward, nothing but good shall come forth from this. Nothing but good. So it was a difficult and devastating time for Darla, but she just kept repeating those words over and over and over again. So let me pause the story here. I want to share with you the summary of this topic provided by Centers for Spiritual Living. It states, that which lies unseen beneath the surface has always been a mystery for us. For some, it brings forth a feeling of excitement, but for most, the unknown is approached with fear. We will dive through the fear to reveal the wonderment in the unknown and revel in the gifts it brings. I love those words. I love dive, reveal, and revel. Yes. So back to Darla. So now we're going to fast forward to 2021. Darla opened an art gallery and she named it My Gallery NYC. Now, mind you, this gallery is in the same building that caught fire over 10 years ago, in the same location that the fire started in. The fire started in the grocery store that's on the ground level of the building. It used to be, that neighborhood corner grocery store. And now it has been transformed into a magnificent art gallery. What lies beneath the surface is the good that will come from everything in this thing called life. What lied beneath the surface was an art gallery on the corner where once stood a grocery store that caught fire. What lies beneath the surface was good. What lied beneath the surface was the birth of the internal song that Darla had been singing, for so long as her gift, because she is an artist, an amazing artist, a brilliant artist. And she shared with us that she originally created the space because she wanted an avenue to show her paintings, to sell her art, and to meet other artists and support them. So she chose the name My Gallery NYC because she wants artists that use the gallery to claim it as their own. She said when she invites artists to show off their work, when she does exhibitions of artists' work, she wants them to be able to say to somebody, "I'm having an exhibition." And they might say, "Well, where at?" And then they could say, "At my gallery," right? So they could feel a sense of ownership and be proud of the space that their work is being presented in. So she created that space for them also. You see, Darla dived through the fear when that fire happened. She kept moving forward. And as she moved, the universe moved with her in the wonderment of the unknown. And now, not only does she get to revel in the gifts it brings, but so do other artists. So does the community of Crown Heights, and so does the worldwide art community. The question is, what lies beneath the surface? What lies beneath the surface is good. That is the answer. What I know through Darla's testimony and my own life's journey is that what lies beneath the surface is that thing that ensures that what comes forth from this is good. It's nothing but good. Forward is this direction in higher consciousness, raising my vibration, no matter what is happening, no matter the circumstances. I am moving forward, knowing nothing but good shall come forth from this. When what lies beneath the surface is the thing that is for us. Paul said, if God is for us, who can be against us? No thing can be against us. Not a fire, not a job loss, not a breakup, not a heartbreak, not a health challenge. Nothing can be against us because beneath all things, we know that moving forward, nothing but good can come forth from this. What lies beneath the surface is unknown. Darla didn't know when that fire happened that she was going to open up an art gallery 10 years later. She didn't know that, but she moved forward. Yes? So, what lies beneath the surface is unknown, but there are some things that we do know about the unknown. There are some things we do know about the unknown. We know that the unknown works together for our highest good. We know that what lies beneath the surface is the knowingness within the unknown, the certainty of the uncertain, the stillness beyond the turbulence. What lies beneath the surface is God, is good. God is omnipresent. God is everywhere present. God is beneath the surface, even beneath the surface of the appearance of things that are devastating, like a fire. Yet, even in the challenge, even in the midst of it all, there is nothing to fear. Ernest Holmes writes in Living the Science of Mind, the way to get rid of fear is through the cultivation of faith, a faith founded on the thought that God is all there is. If we learn to see God in people, in circumstances, and situations, we shall find God. Seek and ye shall find. Yet, when we turn in complete confidence with a simple childlike trust and faith to life itself, it will always respond to us. So we turn in complete confidence, complete trust, and complete faith. Don't turn halfway around. Don't do one of these and then keep going backwards. We turn in complete confidence. We don't turn back. We don't look back. We move forward. We move forward knowing that nothing but good shall come forth from this. Now, you might be going through something in your life right now. You might be facing some challenge. You may be saying to yourself, how am I going to make it through this? There might be some circumstance that pops up that you did not expect. You might be going through a crisis right now. But what I want you to know, just as Darla knew when that fire happened, and those words from the divine were spoken through the vessel of Reverend Jennifer, moving forward, nothing but good shall come forth from this. Nothing but good shall come forth from this. Oftentimes, we are just seeing the tip of the iceberg, but it is beneath the surface of it all that the good is. And the good is always ours. It's always ours. So let's use our superpower of curiosity and courage to dive in, go in the deep end, y'all, and go higher in the consciousness of good. So, what lies before you? What lies beneath the surface for you? Are you willing to move forward, knowing that nothing but good shall come forth from this? So let's just affirm this together. I'm going to put up this slide. Let us affirm this together. Moving forward, I am knowing that nothing but good shall come forth from this. If you're going through a challenge right now, let us know. Moving forward, I am knowing that nothing but good shall come forth from this. And so it is. Ashe. Amen.